Welcome to BitSquad Crypto. My name is Ben. No channel works harder or fights harder. Keep you in the know about crypto. Guys, just a quick video I want to make because, this morning on the show, we went over a lot of stuff. We got to talk to an old friend, Greg. It was really fun to talk to Greg on the phone today. But the fact is, Celsius is not the only thing going on in crypto. We did have a large dump overnight. So just wanted to address that really quick. We had a large dump. Price Bitcoin went all the way down to $23,600. People are saying this is a big reversal after yet another rejection off of the $25,200 level. It's looking very hard to get above that in the short term. However, we did have something that just occurred in the last couple of hours that may have changed that, which is now we have the minutes from the Fed meeting. Now, a lot of people were really nervous that the minutes, which are basically the summary, the description of what occurred inside of the meeting, that it was going to come back and be very bearish, and that maybe they were having discussion, which people are so stupid to think this. I mean, there was nothing bearish about that meeting. But was there something going on behind the scenes where they were talking about, higher raises, or they're really actually scared inflation is going back the wrong way, or whatever the case may be? And the answer to that question is no, there wasn't. There wasn't anything. It was a gigantic nothing burger, and I would say it's actually extremely bullish. So what did the Fed minutes reveal? Well, they revealed that the Fed is basically like, we may do a couple more raises, maybe 25 points each, maybe. Nothing definite, nothing definitive. Opening up for the possibility of what I believe is going to happen. I do believe that over the next few months, we are going to see the return of the money printer. And I've been thinking about this. Obviously, I've told you guys I don't think there's a World War III coming. It's just not happening, guys. World War III will be fought in a much different way in the next World War. It's going to be fought digitally, going to be fought financially. I don't think we're going to see boots on the ground in China or Russia or anything like that. However, suddenly it started making sense to me why the threat of this is going to get more palpable. Because the threat of war means the threat needs to be met with money. We need to fund our defenses. And where do we get the money to fund this to? Well, where we always get our money, we just print it. We just print the money. That's where it comes from. Very simple, very cut and dry. So because of that, I do believe now we have the narrative laid out before us to show us how they're going to turn the money printer back on for the second half of this year. We do believe that this is going to happen. We do believe the money printer is coming back on. And a lot of people have told you this isn't happening, but we just keep seeing the things from the Fed that just indicate more and more that there is a large chance that this does in fact happen. So because of that, I would say this is one of the most bullish meetings that we've seen, where they're not saying anything about raising rates more than 25 points. So that's looking very, very, very good for everybody. And that's why I think you're seeing the price of Bitcoin start to move a little bit today. And I think we probably have seen the worst of what we were going to see in terms of, I know, guys, this is a 98-point turn I just had to make, 98-point turn. But I think this could be the beginning of us heading back up to test $25,000 again. Now, some people are saying now that we broke some support at 24.8 that maybe we're going to have to see some more downward action first. Still not opposed to Bitcoin going down to the $20,000 level. I think that'd be healthy to fill that CME gap. Video on the CME gap coming for you guys very soon. But overall, I think we could be looking at potentially a bullish afternoon for Bitcoin, as we got some good, we got some good stuff coming from the Fed meeting minutes. So that's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.